What's up all you Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition. And today, I'm going to be looking at some collected editions coming out for the first quarter of 2021 from DC Comics. So, please stay tuned. And welcome back all you Minties. Now before I get started, a huge shout out to my brother, my boy, Brooks Loves Books, for always tagging me and pointing me in the right direction on when these books are hitting the catalog. So we're looking at a few books. This is just the beginning from DC. Now some books that have been previously canceled, such as the case of Batgirl by Gail Simone, is now showing up in March of 2021. Batwoman is the only one that I cannot find in the catalog. So Batwoman, the omnibus that I was really looking forward to by Greg Rucka and J.H. Williams, for some reason it's still missing. I don't know what's happening. So, and I've messaged DC, I still haven't gotten an answer, so I hope that's not canceled. It looks like there's a placeholder on Amazon for March of 2021, but I don't see it in the catalog anymore, and that's never good news. But yes, so let's go ahead and get started and look at some of these books coming out in 2021. Hopefully, cross our fingers, nothing gets canceled along the way. Now on this list, you'll see a mix of trade paperbacks, hardcovers, a deluxe hardcover, and some omnis. So let's go ahead and get started with the week of February 2nd. That week, we see the release of Crisis on Multiple Earths, Book 1, Crossing Over. This is the one that's written by Gardner Fox. It's interesting, this is a trade paperback that were originally released as oversized hardcovers, and I'll put what it all collects down here at the bottom as well, because I know you all like looking at that stuff. So this is the stuff that kind of leads in, well, and I say leads in very leniently because this is years before Crisis on Infinite Earths. For example, the very first crossover between the Justice Society of America and Justice League of America. That same week, we have Legion of Superheroes Before the Darkness, Volume 1. This is a hardcover. Could be standard size by that price, but I'm not really sure. This is a book that happens before the Great Darkness Saga, if you have that hardcover. But we would need a Volume 2 to get us there. So Volume 1, this is just looks to be just the start. Hopefully it sells well enough or doesn't get canceled. That will get a second volume. Again, on that same week, one of the ones I'm really looking forward to is this Wonder Woman by William Messner Loebs. It's Book 2. It's Ares Rising. I'm not sure if that's the name they're going with. Just Wonder Woman Book 2. I wish they would just put Wonder Woman by William Messner Loebs. But regardless, it's still this wonderful run of Wonder Woman that I think is highly underrated. It's one of my favorite runs of Wonder Woman in the 90s, or any time really. It will eventually have artwork by Mike Deodato Jr. and of course the appearance of Artemis. The following week, on February 9th, we have Young Romance, the Have a Fling Deluxe Edition. This is a pretty interesting series. It's nice to see DC take a chance with this kind of stuff that's not in the archives. But I guess this might be an answer to like what Marvel's doing with the Love and War by Jack Kirby omnibus. That same week, we have Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter, Coming of the Dragon. This is the stuff that was written by the late Dennis O'Neil. A lot of it is illustrated by Eric Estrada. Now, it's interesting because this is all 70s. It's an American martial artist, Richard Dragon. And I always think of Richard Dragon as DC's answer to Shang-Chi from Marvel. That's the way that I always see this. And I could be wrong because I have not read any of that stuff. Wrapping up that week, we have Green Lantern Circle of Fire. Yes! This is an awesome run by Judd Winnick. It's not everything, but I hope it's a start. But we've had a smaller trade paperback release before, and it's weird that we're gone from a canceled Ron Mars Volume 3 all the way to Judd Winnick, but hey, I'll take whatever at this point. But yeah, if you've not read Judd Winnick's run on Green Lantern, he will make you a fan of Kyle Rayner. February 16th, we have John Constantine Hellblazer Volume 24 sectioned. This is the stuff that is written by Peter Milligan. We have some amazing artwork by Giuseppe Camuncoli, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Sean Murphy. This is literally taking us all the way to the end. We just have issues 276 to 300 left. We also, of course, have the Hellblazer Annual, the Bad Blood one-shot, and then the Dark Entries original graphic novel. And literally we'll have everything collected in these big fat trades. Hopefully one day we'll get an omnibus of that stuff. That same week on the 16th, we have Superman and Batman Generations Omnibus. How do I describe this? This is an Elseworld Batman Superman collection by John Byrne. A lot of these books are John Byrne written and drawn, and it takes us, from the 70s through different years. And I don't know, this one kind of aggravates me a little bit because we can have this, but not a John Byrne Man of Steel omnibus. I don't know how many times I'm going to gripe about that because it's coming again when I mention this next book. And that is February 23rd, we're getting a Superman by Grant Morrison omnibus. This collects his entire run on New 52. It lasted 19 issues plus an annual. So it collects issues 0 through 18 plus annual number 1. And it's interesting that we're going with that run collected, another New 52. We've had the Flash New 52 Volume 1, we've had Deathstroke, we've had Red Hood and the Outlaws, and we've also had Batman and Robin. And some of them have this N52 spine on them, so I hope they leave it out of this. And honestly, this isn't my favorite Superman run, it's not my favorite Grant Morrison. So it's, I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority here that was not too excited for this one. Will I get it? Hell yes. But I'm a completist. And also an idiot sometimes. And it looks like the week of March 2nd is where Batgirl by Gail Simone Omnibus, that's where the catalog has it. So I'm hoping, like I said, Batwoman gets shoved in there somewhere too, because that would be good to have them both. So let's keep going with the list. That same week of the 2nd, we have the Sandman Deluxe Edition Book 2. Again, collecting Sandman in another format. We've had them in trade paperbacks, fat trade paperbacks, absolute editions, omnibus editions, standard size hardcovers, single issues like they originally came out, but now these are the deluxe editions. So they're just oversized format. As tall as an omnibus, but not as thick, and obviously that price point is a lot cheaper. On March 9th, we have Superman, The Last Sun, the deluxe edition. This is the stuff that's written by Jeff Johns and Richard Donner, of course, from Superman movies 1 and 2. And all of it, most of this drawn by Adam Kubert. Now, this is pretty interesting because of the collection. It has 844 to 846, 851, 866 to 870, and Action Comics Annual number 11. So that's really Superman, The Last Sun, and the Brainiac story. So it's interesting that it's skipping the Bizarro issues. That's the stuff that was done with Eric Powell. And then the Legion of Superheroes meets Superman. I guess maybe he can go to a Jeff Johns Legion Omni. I don't know what the thinking is here. I hope they don't have orphaned issues with those Eric Powell missing issues, but who knows. On March 9th, we have the Black Canary Bird of Prey. This is a reprint of the Archive, and it is done in a trade paperback format, reprinting a lot of the stories from the Golden Age featuring Black Canary as, I guess, the original Bird of Prey. I got so excited when I saw Final Night. This one comes out on March 9th, but it's in trade paperback. This is the story by Carl Kessel and drawn by Stuart Eminem. It is a very underrated story. If you want to know the fate of Green Lantern Hal Jordan after the events of Emerald Twilight, this is the next step. So it does contain a couple of issues that were not previously collected in the Final Night trade paperback that came out a few years ago. I was hoping this was going to be a deluxe edition, but no, they decided to go with a trade paperback. And wrapping it all up, on March 16th, we have Superman the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 7. So there you have it. That's for a lot of you all that have been asking me if DC is going to continue that line, which spines they're going to use, which covers they're going to use. I guess we're going to all find out together on March 16th when the Golden Age Omnibus of Superman Volume 7 comes out. At least it's coming out for all those people that have been asking me and wondering about that book. Now, when these books finally drop, you can purchase them from our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you Minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that's the list so far. As it gets updated and as they accumulate, I will be updating it, so keep that in mind. It's not everything, it's just the beginning. What are some things you want to see? Like me, I was hoping to see the Starman Cosmic Omnibus back on there again. Or I was hoping to see some kind of Hitman collection, like a proper complete collection or oversized hardcovers. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. But yeah, what are some things you would like to see on there? Man of Steel Omnibus, one day, right? So let me know all those comments down below. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. We do put out videos every day. Don't forget to ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. We can be found on Redbubble and on Patreon. Great ways to support the channel, and thank you to our existing patrons. And more importantly, please everybody stay healthy. Uncanny Omar Talk Pretty one day. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love to all of you.